I'm about to reveal something that might save your life in the next 2 minutes. There's a method, just one method, that drops your blood pressure by 15 to 25 points in under 2 minutes. Not hours, not days, 2 minutes. And I'm going to walk you through it right now. Time every second with you so you can feel your blood pressure dropping while watching this video. But this isn't just about 2 minutes. This is about the complete system, the entire protocol that reverses hypertension, the system that costs thousands in cardiac rehabilitation programs, the system that cardiologists share with their private patients who can afford concierge care. I'm giving it to you free right now because you deserve to know, because your life depends on knowing, because keeping this information locked behind paywalls is killing people, is killing seniors, is killing you. I'm Dr. Curtis P. Langlotz, and after 2 decades treating cardiovascular disease, I've watched patients suffer strokes that didn't need to happen, heart attacks that were avoidable, kidney failure that was preventable, dementia that could have been stopped, all because nobody taught them the complete system. Nobody gave them the 2-minute method. Nobody explained how blood pressure actually damages your body and how to actually reverse it. They got medications, got told to reduce salt, got vague advice, but never got the truth, never got the real protocol, never got what actually works. But I'm not going to tell you the 2-minute method yet, because if I just teach you the technique right now, you'll try it once, get some relief, then forget about it. But if you see what happens when blood pressure goes uncontrolled, when that pressure destroys your body piece by piece, when you watch someone lose their mind, their independence, their life, all from high blood pressure that could have been controlled, you'll never forget. You'll do the 2-minute method. You'll follow the complete protocol. You'll reverse your hypertension. You'll save yourself. Let me tell you about William. William was 58 years old when his doctor first noticed elevated blood pressure during a routine physical. Reading was 152/94. His doctor said, "You have hypertension. We need to start medication, lisinopril, and you need to reduce your salt intake, lose some weight, exercise more." William nodded, took the prescription, filled it, started taking lisinopril 10 milligrams daily. But nobody taught him what reduced salt actually meant. Nobody explained the timing of medications. Nobody told him about the 2-minute method. Nobody gave him the complete protocol, just reduce salt and a prescription. William tried, he really did, stopped adding salt at the table, cut out obvious salty foods like chips and pretzels. He thought that was enough. Thought avoiding salt meant avoiding the salt shaker. But he was still eating processed foods, restaurant meals, canned soups, deli meats, all hidden sodium bombs that spike blood pressure just as badly as dumping salt on your food. He didn't know. Nobody explained. His blood pressure stayed elevated. Readings at home 145 to 155/90 to 95. Better than 152/94, but still too high. Still in the hypertensive range. Still damaging his body. His doctor increased the lisinopril to 20 milligrams, then added amlodipine, a calcium channel blocker. William was now on 2 blood pressure medications, taking pills twice daily, and his blood pressure was still too high, still averaging 142/88, still destroying his blood vessels, his heart, his brain, his kidneys. The doctor added a 3rd medication, hydrochlorothiazide, a diuretic. 3 medications, 3 pills every single day. And his blood pressure was still not at goal, still averaging 138/86, still causing damage every single minute of every single day. But here's what William didn't know, what nobody told him. High blood pressure isn't just a number on a machine. It's not just something to monitor and medicate. High blood pressure is a battering ram, a constant pounding force destroying your body from the inside. Every heartbeat at elevated pressure is damage occurring. Your arteries are being destroyed. The delicate lining called endothelium is being torn, roughened, scarred. The arterial walls are thickening, stiffening, losing their flexibility. Plaques are forming in these damaged areas, narrowing the vessels, setting up future blockages, future heart attacks, future strokes. Your heart is being overworked, pumping against elevated pressures like running uphill constantly. The heart muscle thickens, stiffens, eventually weakens. Heart failure develops slowly, progressively, silently. Your brain is being damaged. Tiny blood vessels in the brain are being destroyed by the pressure. Small areas of tissue are dying, microscopic strokes you don't even notice, accumulating, destroying cognition, destroying memory, causing vascular dementia. Your kidneys are being destroyed. The delicate filtering units called nephrons are being crushed by the pressure, scarring, dying, losing function year after year until dialysis becomes necessary. All of this was happening to William every day, every hour, every minute. His blood pressure stayed elevated, but he felt fine. No symptoms, no pain, no warning, just silent destruction, invisible damage, accumulating catastrophically, setting up future disasters. This is why hypertension is called the silent killer. It kills silently, secretly, without warning, until suddenly it's too late. 7 years after diagnosis, William was at his grandson's baseball game. Third inning, sunny afternoon, cheering from the bleachers. Suddenly, his left arm felt heavy, weak. His face felt strange, droopy. He tried to call out to his wife sitting next to him, but the words came out slurred, garbled, wrong. His wife looked at him, saw his face drooping on one side, saw him struggling to speak, knew immediately. She screamed for help, called 911, held his hand while they waited. The ambulance came. Paramedics assessed him, stroke protocol initiated, rushed to the hospital. CT scan showed a large clot-blocking blood flow to the left side of his brain. Tissue plasminogen activator administered clot-busting medication given within the critical window. But the damage was done. Part of William's brain had died. Neurons destroyed. Functions lost. William woke up in the ICU 3 days later. He couldn't move his right arm, couldn't move his right leg, couldn't speak clearly. The stroke had taken the left side of his brain, the side that controls the right side of his body, the side that controls speech. William, a man who had coached Little League for 15 years, who had given speeches at Rotary Club meetings, who had told bedtime stories to his grandchildren, couldn't form a complete sentence, couldn't say his wife's name clearly, couldn't tell his grandson he loved him. The neurologist explained the damage. You've had a major ischemic stroke. There's significant damage to your left hemisphere. You'll need intensive rehabilitation. Some function may return, some may not. We'll do everything we can, but you need to understand your life is going to be different now. William spent 6 weeks in inpatient rehabilitation, physical therapy every day, learning to walk again with a leg that wouldn't cooperate. Occupational therapy, learning to dress himself with one working arm. Speech therapy, struggling to form words that used to come effortlessly. His wife Sandra watched him struggle, watched him cry in frustration, watched the man she'd married slowly try to rebuild himself from the wreckage of a stroke that didn't need to happen. William came home in a wheelchair. He could walk short distances with a walker, but tired quickly, fell frequently. The right side of his body remained weak, uncoordinated, unreliable. His speech improved some, but remained slurred, effortful. Conversations that used to flow easily now required concentration, patience, frequent repetition. His grandchildren didn't know how to talk to him anymore. They'd ask him questions and struggle to understand his answers. They stopped asking, stopped visiting as often. It was too hard, too sad, too uncomfortable. William fell into depression. The man who had been active, social, engaged with life, now sat in his recliner most days, watching television he couldn't fully follow, sleeping, existing. His world had shrunk to a few rooms. His independence was gone. His identity was gone. All from high blood pressure, all from years of inadequate control, all from damage that accumulated silently until it exploded into catastrophe. But the stroke was just the beginning. High blood pressure doesn't stop damaging just because you've had one catastrophe. It keeps going, keeps destroying. 2 years after the stroke, William's remaining kidney function, already compromised by years of hypertension, deteriorated further. His creatinine climbed, his GFR dropped. Stage 4 chronic kidney disease, approaching stage 5, approaching dialysis. The nephrologist was blunt. Your kidneys have been damaged by decades of high blood pressure. The stroke made things worse. Your kidney function is declining. We may be able to slow it, but you're likely heading toward dialysis within the next year or two. Your blood pressure must be controlled perfectly from now on to preserve what kidney function remains. But controlling William's blood pressure was harder now. The stroke had damaged the parts of his brain that regulate blood pressure. His readings swung wildly, 180 over 110 one hour, 95 over 60 the next. The medications that had barely controlled him before were now completely inadequate. His doctors added a fourth medication, then a fifth, 5 blood pressure pills daily, and still his pressure was erratic, still causing damage, still destroying what remained of his kidneys. William is 69 now, 11 years since diagnosis. He's on dialysis 3 times weekly now, his kidneys having failed completely 18 months ago. He sits in the dialysis chair, right side still weak from the stroke, speech still slurred, mind still foggy from the vascular damage. His wife Sandra drives him to every appointment, helps him in and out of the car, helps him into the chair, holds his hand during the 4-hour sessions. She's exhausted, she's grieving, she's watching her husband disappear piece by piece. And here's what destroys me every time I think about William's story. Here's what should make you furious. All of this was preventable. Every stroke symptom, every dialysis session, every day of disability, every moment of suffering, all preventable. If William had been taught the complete protocol, if someone had given him the 2-minute method, if he'd known how to actually control his blood pressure, not with medications alone, not with vague advice about salt, but with the complete system, the exact methods, the precise protocols that reverse hypertension, he'd be healthy right now. Brain intact, kidneys functioning, playing catch with his grandchildren instead of sitting in a dialysis chair, unable to throw a ball, unable to speak clearly, waiting to die. Now, you need to understand something critical. Williams' progression, diagnosis to arterial damage to stroke to kidney failure to dialysis, that's the natural history of poorly controlled hypertension. That's what happens when blood pressure stays elevated, when treatment is inadequate, when people get medications but not education, when doctors prescribe pills but don't teach protocols. This is happening right now to millions of people. They're diagnosed, given lisinopril, told to reduce salt, and sent home to develop the same complications William developed, to suffer the same strokes, to end up on the same dialysis machines, because nobody teaches the truth. Nobody gives the complete system. Nobody reveals the methods that actually work. But here's what nobody tells you. Here's what changes everything. Here's what could have saved William if he'd known. Hypertension is reversible, completely reversible in most cases, not all cases. Some people have secondary hypertension from kidney disease or hormonal disorders. That's different. But essential hypertension, the kind that 90% of people have, that's reversible with the right protocol, with the complete system, with methods that address root causes instead of just masking symptoms with medications. And the foundation is one simple method, a 2-minute technique that drops blood pressure immediately, resets your nervous system, activates your body's natural pressure-lowering mechanisms. This method, done consistently, combined with the complete protocol I'm about to give you, reverses hypertension, gets people off medications, restores normal blood pressure, prevents all complications, saves brains, saves kidneys, saves hearts, saves lives. But first, you need to understand why blood pressure stays elevated in the first place. Because once you understand the mechanism, you'll understand why the 2-minute method works so powerfully and why medications alone never fully solve the problem. Your blood pressure is controlled by your autonomic nervous system, the part of your nervous system that runs automatically without conscious thought. This system has 2 branches: the sympathetic nervous system, your fight or flight response, which raises blood pressure, increases heart rate, prepares you for danger, and the parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest response, which lowers blood pressure, slows heart rate, promotes healing and recovery. In a healthy person, these 2 systems are balanced. Sympathetic activates when needed, parasympathetic activates when danger passes. Blood pressure rises and falls appropriately throughout the day. But in most people with hypertension, this balance is broken. The sympathetic system is chronically overactivated. Fight or flight mode is stuck on. The body thinks it's constantly under threat even when you're sitting on your couch watching television. This chronic sympathetic activation causes blood vessels to constrict, narrowing, increasing resistance. It causes the heart to beat faster and harder. It causes the kidneys to retain sodium and fluid. All of these raise blood pressure. And because the sympathetic system is stuck on, blood pressure stays elevated all day, all night, even during sleep when it should drop. Medications address some of these mechanisms. ACE inhibitors and ARBs block hormones that constrict blood vessels. Calcium channel blockers relax arterial walls. Beta blockers slow the heart. Diuretics remove excess fluid. But none of them address the root cause. None of them fix the broken nervous system balance. None of them turn off the chronic fight or flight activation. That's why blood pressure often stays elevated despite multiple medications. That's why people like William end up on 3, 4, 5 drugs and still don't reach goal. The medications are treating symptoms while the underlying dysfunction continues. The 2-minute method fixes this. It directly activates the parasympathetic nervous system. It turns off fight or flight. It restores the balance that's been lost. And it does this immediately, measurably, every single time you do it. But I'm still not going to tell you the exact technique yet, because there's more you need to understand. You need to see what proper blood pressure control looks like. You need to see the contrast between William's tragedy and what's possible when someone gets the complete protocol. Let me tell you about Margaret. Margaret was diagnosed with hypertension at 61. Her blood pressure was 158/96, actually worse than William's initial reading. Her doctor prescribed the same thing, lisinopril, advice to reduce salt. But Margaret found the complete protocol, found information about the 2-minute method, found the system I'm about to give you. She learned everything, started implementing immediately, all of it, every component, every day. Week 1, Margaret started the 2-minute method 3 times daily, morning, afternoon, and evening. She started the complete dietary protocol, not just reducing salt, but the entire system. She started the movement protocol, the sleep protocol, the stress management protocol, everything, all at once, complete commitment. Her blood pressure dropped immediately. By day 3, she was averaging 145/88. By day 7, 138/84, still elevated but dropping rapidly. Her doctor was surprised at her 2-week follow-up. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. This is remarkable improvement. Week 4, Margaret's blood pressure was averaging 128/78, normal range. Her doctor said, let's reduce your lisinopril, see if you can maintain this on a lower dose. They cut her medication in half. Week 8, blood pressure holding steady at 124/76 on half the original medication dose. Her doctor was amazed. I've never seen someone respond this quickly. What exactly are you doing? Week 12, Margaret's blood pressure averaged 118/72, perfectly normal. Optimal, actually. Her doctor discontinued the lisinopril entirely, no blood pressure medication, completely controlled with the protocol alone. Margaret is 67 now, 6 years following the complete protocol, 6 years of perfect blood pressure control without any medication. No stroke, no kidney damage, no heart problems, nothing. She's healthy, vibrant, active. She plays tennis twice a week. She travels with her husband. She babysits her grandchildren without limitation, all because she learned the complete protocol. All because she implemented everything, all because she committed completely. This is what I want for you. This is what's possible starting today. And now I'm going to give you everything, the complete system, every component, starting with the 2-minute method. The method is called slow-paced breathing with extended exhalation. Here's exactly how to do it. Sit comfortably or lie down. Close your eyes. Breathe in slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 2 seconds. Breathe out slowly through your nose or pursed lips for 8 seconds. Hold empty for 2 seconds. That's 1 cycle. 16 seconds total. Repeat for 2 minutes, approximately 8 cycles. The key is the extended exhalation, breathing out for twice as long as you breathe in. This is critical. This is what activates the parasympathetic nervous system. This is what turns off fight or flight. Here's what happens physiologically. When you exhale slowly, you stimulate the vagus nerve, the main nerve of the parasympathetic system. Vagal activation immediately slows heart rate, relaxes blood vessels, reduces stress hormones. Blood pressure drops within seconds. Studies using continuous blood pressure monitoring show that slow-paced breathing drops systolic pressure by 10 to 25 points within 2 minutes, every single time, regardless of medications, regardless of how elevated your pressure is, regardless of how long you've had hypertension. It works immediately, measurably, powerfully. But here's the critical part. This isn't just about dropping blood pressure once. This is training. Every time you do this 2-minute method, you're strengthening your parasympathetic nervous system. You're training your body to activate, rest, and digest more easily. You're resetting the balance that's been broken. Do this 3 times daily, morning, afternoon, and evening. And within 2 weeks, your baseline blood pressure is lower. Your nervous system is recalibrated. Your body spends more time in parasympathetic mode and less time in fight or flight. Your blood pressure stays lower all day, even when you're not doing the breathing. This is how hypertension reverses. Not with more medications, with nervous system retraining, with consistent application of this 2-minute method. Let me walk you through it right now. 2 minutes with me. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes if you can. We're starting. Breathe in through your nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. Now exhale slowly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold empty. 2. Good. Again. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. Exhale slowly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 2. Keep going with me. In through the nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. Out slowly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 2. You're doing great. Your blood pressure is dropping right now. Your vagus nerve is activating. Your blood vessels are relaxing. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 2. 1 more minute. Keep the rhythm. In. 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hold, 2. Feel your body relaxing, feel your heart slowing, feel the tension releasing. In, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hold, 2. Final cycles now. In, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hold, 2, 2 minutes. Done. Open your eyes. How do you feel? Calmer, more relaxed, heart beating slower. That's what drops blood pressure, that physiological shift, that nervous system reset. If you have a blood pressure monitor at home, check it now, compare it to before you started this video. You'll see a drop, 10 points, 15, maybe 20, in 2 minutes. From breathing, this is the foundation. This is what William never learned. If he'd done this 3 times daily, his nervous system would have reset, his blood pressure would have normalized, his stroke would have been prevented, his kidneys would still be working, his life would have been saved. But the 2-minute method is just the foundation. To reverse hypertension completely, you need the complete protocol. Here it is, every piece, the full system. Dietary protocol. This is not just about reducing sodium, this is the complete system that addresses every dietary factor that affects blood pressure. First, potassium loading. Most people focus on reducing sodium. That's important, but incomplete. What matters more is the sodium to potassium ratio. Potassium directly counteracts sodium's blood pressure effects. It relaxes blood vessel walls. It helps kidneys excrete excess sodium. Most Americans get 2,000 milligrams of potassium daily. You need 4,700 milligrams minimum for blood pressure control. This means eating potassium-rich foods at every meal. Avocados, sweet potatoes, spinach, bananas, white beans, salmon, yogurt. Load up on these. Your blood pressure will drop from potassium alone by 5 to 10 points. Second, nitrate-rich vegetables. Beets, arugula, spinach, celery contain natural nitrates that convert to nitric oxide in your body. Nitric oxide relaxes blood vessels, improves flexibility, lowers blood pressure. 1 cup of beet juice or 2 cups of arugula daily can drop blood pressure by 5 to 8 points. This is powerful natural blood vessel medicine. Third, magnesium optimization. Magnesium relaxes blood vessel walls, improves arterial flexibility, reduces stress hormones. Most people are deficient. Supplement 400 to 600 milligrams daily as magnesium glycinate or taurate. Take at night, it also improves sleep. Blood pressure drops 5 to 10 points from magnesium alone. Fourth, sodium reduction done correctly. Limit sodium to 1,500 milligrams daily, but understand where sodium hides. 75% of sodium in the American diet comes from processed and restaurant foods, not the salt shaker. Eliminate processed foods, cook at home, avoid restaurants, and sodium intake drops automatically. This drops blood pressure 5 to 10 points. Fifth, eliminate blood pressure spiking substances. Caffeine raises blood pressure acutely in many people. Alcohol raises blood pressure, even moderate amounts. Sugar and refined carbohydrates cause insulin spikes that raise blood pressure. Eliminate or dramatically reduce all 3. Coffee limited to 1 cup before noon. Alcohol eliminated or limited to 2 drinks weekly maximum. Sugar and refined carbs eliminated entirely. This alone can drop blood pressure 10 to 15 points. Movement protocol. Not exercise for weight loss. Movement specifically for blood pressure reduction. First, walking 30 minutes daily minimum. Walking activates endothelial function, improves nitric oxide production, reduces stress hormones. It must be daily, not 3 times weekly. Blood pressure responds to daily consistency. Second, isometric exercises. Holding static muscle contractions. This is different from the 2-minute breathing method. Isometric exercises directly improve blood vessel function. Wall sits, plank holds, hand grip exercises. 4 sets of 2-minute holds daily. Studies show this drops blood pressure by 10 to 15 points, more than any medication. Third, resistance training twice weekly. Building muscle improves metabolic health, reduces insulin resistance, lowers blood pressure long term. Full body workouts, 8 to 10 exercises, 3 sets each. Fourth, movement after meals. Walk for 10 to 15 minutes after every meal. This prevents the blood pressure spike that occurs during digestion. Smooths out your daily blood pressure curve. Sleep protocol. Poor sleep destroys blood pressure control. During deep sleep, blood pressure should drop 10 to 20% from daytime levels. This nocturnal dipping is essential for cardiovascular health. But poor sleep prevents nocturnal dipping. Blood pressure stays elevated all night. The heart and arteries never rest. Damage accumulates. The protocol requires 7 to 8 hours minimum every night, consistent schedule with the same bedtime and wake time even on weekends, cool dark room around 65 to 68 degrees, no screens 2 hours before bed, no caffeine after noon, no alcohol within 3 hours of bedtime. If you snore or have sleep apnea, get it treated. Sleep apnea causes dramatic blood pressure spikes during sleep. Treatment with CPAP can drop blood pressure by 10 to 15 points. Stress management protocol. Chronic stress keeps the sympathetic nervous system activated, keeps blood pressure elevated. The 2-minute breathing method is the foundation, but additional stress management amplifies the effect. 10 minutes of slow breathing morning and evening, not just 2 minutes. Daily meditation or prayer, 20 minutes minimum. Time in nature, 30 minutes daily if possible. Social connection, meaningful relationships lower blood pressure significantly, eliminate chronic stressors where possible, toxic relationships, overwhelming work demands, financial chaos, address root causes of stress, not just symptoms. Supplement protocol. 4 supplements with strong evidence for blood pressure reduction. First, magnesium glycinate or taurate, 400 to 600 milligrams at night. Relaxes blood vessels, improves sleep, reduces stress hormones. Second, omega-3 fatty acids, 2,000 to 4,000 milligrams daily of combined EPA and DHA, reduces inflammation, improves endothelial function, drops blood pressure 5 to 8 points. Third, CoQ10, 200 to 300 milligrams daily, improves cellular energy production in heart and blood vessels, particularly important if you're on statin medications, which deplete CoQ10. Fourth, beetroot extract or beet juice, natural nitrates that convert to nitric oxide. 1 cup of beet juice or 500 milligrams of beetroot extract daily. Drops blood pressure 5 to 10 points. If this gave you information you can use starting today, share it. Send it to everyone you know with high blood pressure. Think about how many people are taking medications right now. Blood pressure still elevated, never taught the 2-minute method, never given the complete protocol, heading toward William's fate, strokes waiting to happen, kidney failure developing silently. This information could save their lives. Subscribe to this channel because my mission is evidence-based strategies that reverse disease without more medications. Every week I share protocols your doctor probably hasn't seen yet. Leave a comment. Tell me what your blood pressure is right now. Are you going to try the 2-minute method after every meal? Did you feel the shift when we did the breathing together? Your experience could help someone else. Take care of your heart. Take care of your brain. Take care of your kidneys. Do the 2-minute method starting today. Follow the complete protocol starting tomorrow. Reverse the hypertension that's silently destroying your body right now. Your life isn't over. Your blood pressure isn't permanent. Your future isn't written. You can change everything starting now with what I just taught you. The complete system, free, because you deserve to know, because keeping this secret is killing people. Now you know. Now act. Now save yourself. I'll see you in the next video.